Welcome to the covenant table, where family meets faith and peace meets surrender. This is a table set for all of us, whether you're already on the white boat or you're still wondering if your existence accidentally prevented the invention of microwave popcorn. We are here together, seeking the path, building the house, witnesses to truth, grace, and restoration. Today, we're choosing hope as a family. The song is already playing. We can all hear it in our own way. The voice of Jesus, the Prince of Peace. We're just here to listen together, finding that shared grace in the middle of the noise. Every story matters, every heartbeat echoes. You're not an accident. Faith is the foundation we share. Love is the signal we follow. Peace is already calling us. Mercy is already reaching us. Jesus, the Prince of Peace. He's the one who opens every door. This table isn't built by perfect people. It's built one act of love at a time. Hope sometimes arrives right before surrender. Faith is the foundation. Love is the signal. Hope keeps rising, grace keeps healing. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, still walks beside us. Thanks for listening. The table is waiting for you. So build, heal, laugh, love. Faith is the foundation. Love is the signal.
I'm Rocky DeBrock, otherwise my legal name Robert David Andrews. I use Rocky as a performer name, but I very clearly know who I am. And here we are again, Dad. Yeah?
We are.
How do you feel about today?
I feel great. We had a nice rain last night. You know, in the middle of the night, I got up early, went outside and watched the lightning show, thunder. Then nice heavy rain we needed for the gardens, and it was perfect. And then all of a sudden you showed up in the dark, and we started our morning coffee, talking about stuff, and here we are right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the moon last night. It was like a bright orange, amber kind of color. I remember going to Mom and saying, Mom, the moon's really pretty tonight. And she thought it was from the fires up north. But regardless, it was pretty. One of the things I appreciate about the farm is that at night, we're so far away from, that I don't get in the city. We're far enough out that you look up in the sky at night and the stars are everywhere. I mean, you can see shooting stars, you can see clear as rain,
Yeah, I don't know, our granddaughters, Bailey and Noelle, when they were really little, we used to lay out on the cement on the driveway and stare up at the sky and watch the moon. And they'd always call the moon Muna. So they go, oh, Muna, Muna, Muna. It lasts for half an hour until the mosquitoes got us. But, I'll never forget how, that simple thing was so much fun, And today, they are still full of that kind of fun. Those
They
things.
are.
So, yeah.
Just out of college, but yeah, they're a lot of fun.
And college didn't ruin them. I will say that. They're something else anyway. That's what that.
We're going to follow the similar theme, and we're going to get to one of our songs that we made a little bit in the middle here, but we just wanted to open up the conversation about, family restoration, reconciliation, things like that. That's what the show's about. And of course, the music. And we're doing that partially through the music we're making, really going through your history, really, and I'm learning so much about you.
Yeah, that was all, safeguarded pretty good, through the years, but...
What do you mean by safeguarded?
Well, it's like, guys go off to war, and they come back, and they don't want to talk about it.
Why not?
No idea.
Well, what
They
about
just-
for you? Why? What was going on in your heart?
I don't know. I don't know why it's like that. Maybe they saw things that they didn't want to remember, or tell about how terrible it was, and it was for them, and what they did, and what they didn't do.
What about you,
when
though?
They were scared.
I mean, you talked. Don't get me wrong, audience. Like, Dad's talked about things in the past, but this is a much depth more. Sitting with you and actually putting it to synthesize and coordinate the music together and sing together.
Yeah.
And you're playing the guitar and I'm the voice, and it brings a different dimension. I think
It does. Yep.
it makes me think harder about, like, oh, I wonder what his heart was doing when he was sitting there, in Korea, or
Yeah.
away from us, and things I've never thought about before, right? Maybe even things you thought and didn't think about before. I don't know.
Yeah.
The depth.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Depth. Yeah.
Okay.
It just involved. I just know that there's a lot of non-talking about military life by most people when they're in situations that weren't very nice. I
Yeah.
guess. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we're gonna go. We're gonna actually. We're going to break for a second, and then we're going to come back and immediately go into the song like we did last time. And when we come back, Daddy, we're going to talk about, the experience of making that song, what he was thinking when he wrote the lyrics initially all those years ago, what his experience was like in Korea. I hope some of you enjoy that segment. And we're just keeping it raw, real, and truthful, yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
From the garage in South Haven, Minnesota. Okay, here we go.
Before we step away for a quick break, I wanted to share something that's very close to my heart. As we talk about building this table and choosing hope, I want to invite you to look at another part of this journey. My mom, Mary Melody, and my Aunt Penny have started their own show called Artfully Tailored Conversations. It's a space where they share their creative hearts, their wisdom, and the quiet ways they see the world. And honestly, they're doing beautiful work. We're being transparent here. We'd love to see their message reach more people. If you're someone who values these kinds of stories, if you believe in the power of unconditional love and supporting one another as we grow, we have a small request. If it would bring you joy to be a neighbor to them in this way, would you consider heading over to Apple Podcasts and leaving them a like or a kind review? There's absolutely no pressure. We only want you to do it if you feel led to help a couple of creative souls find their audience. It's a small act of kindness, but it helps the digital librarian know that their voices matter. Thanks for listening and for being part of this family journey with us. Remember, faith is our foundation, and love is always the signal. We'll be right back after this. Last night, you dreamed you were being chased by your third-grade teacher through a Costco. You need answers.
Introducing the Gobbler Spark Dream Engine, the dream interpretation system rigorous enough to run your 3 a.m. nonsense through clinical, Jungian, and biblical analysis all at the same time.
I dreamed about losing my teeth.
Turns out it means I'm losing my teeth.
Very clinical.
Is that flying dream about freedom? Is it about control? Or did you just forget to eat dinner again, Gary?
Gary's not doing great.
The Gobbler Spark Dream Engine doesn't guess, it interprets. Layer by layer, symbol by symbol, Costco chase scene by Costco chase scene.
Built by Rocky Dubrock, tested on real dreams, some of them deeply concerning.
Subscriptions open now.
Before you fall asleep.
And need us again. Not a substitute for therapy, a priest, or telling your teacher you're sorry about the Costco thing. Tired of writing your own lyrics like some kind of caveman? The Rocky Release Generator, lyrics, artwork, Suno-ready formatting, and a complete release package. Done in minutes, not months.
I argued with it about Moonlight for an hour.
Worth it.
Subscriptions open now.
Email.
Because your next drop deserves better than humming into your phone at 2 a.m.
Welcome back to the Covenant Table. We're so glad you're still with us.
As we jump back in, I wanted to take a second to talk about the different ways I share my heart.
You might have noticed some humor and satire in the commercials we just played. That's a big part of the other personal broadcasts I do. But I want to be clear.
The Covenant Table isn't a satire show. This is our sincere, heartfelt space for family truth.
However, we do believe in the spirit of joy, just as Jesus used parables to help people see the truth in a new way.
Sometimes a little humor helps us open a window to the heart.
Sometimes, when a topic is heavy or hard to carry, our hearts naturally want to put up a wall to protect ourselves. Psychologically, satire is like a gentle way of bypassing those walls.
It's not about making fun of the truth. It's about using joy to open a window so we can look at the truth without being overwhelmed by the weight of it.
It's a way of healing that doesn't always feel like therapy.
But it does the work of restoration just the same.
This approach is really just my humble effort, a labor of love to help facilitate and coordinate the signal for our family.
I'm not here because I have all the answers, but because I want to help us all stay connected in peace.
And I want to be completely transparent with you all. My name is Robert David Andrews, but for this show and my other broadcasts, I use the name Rocky Dubrock. This isn't to hide, but to act as a digital gate. It's a way to protect the sanctity of our family's shared space while I continue my other personal work. If you're curious to learn more about that world, you can always visit my site at RockyDubrockNeocities.org. But here at this table, the focus is on protection and love. It takes time for a family to understand how all these digital pieces fit together, and I want to honor that process with honesty. Mom, if you're listening, I want you to know this isn't about ego or fear. It's an act of service to our history and our future. The laughter is just our way of being joyful and hope
As we do the hard work of sharing our hearts as father and son.
And for those of you listening in, we invite you to buy into this process with us, to see the heart behind the humor and the protection behind the persona. So, let's get back to the table. Before the music starts, I want to talk about the heart. About the ones who kept the prayer lines open when the world was falling apart. This is for the women who know the Lord's voice like the back of their own hands. The ones I call the saints. I've watched you all my life, Mom. You and the ants standing in a row. A circle of strength that never breaks, with a faith that only continues to grow. I'll admit it, I'm a little jealous of that secret place where you all meet, where the world's noise fades away and you sit at the Savior's feet. So when I call you the saints, it's a name of honor, a term of grace. It's my way of saying you're set apart, the anchors of this family space. And if I use a little satire, a little joke about speed dial and the hip, it's just my way of celebrating the power of a prayer that never loses its grip. Faith is the foundation we share. Love is the signal we follow. We're just building the house together, filling the spaces that used to be hollow. It's a labor of love, an act of service, keeping the family signal clear, honoring the past, protecting the future, with nothing to hide and nothing to fear. Dad's guitar is in the rhythm, my voice is in the song. We're coordinating the pieces where we've always belonged. It's not about ego, it's not about pride, it's about making sure the story survives. Faith is the foundation we share. Love is the signal we follow. We're just building the house together, filling the spaces that used to be hollow. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, He's the one who opens every door. Thanks for listening. The table is waiting, and the saints, well, they've already got our seats saved. Faith is the foundation. Love is the signal.
Me and my buddy sat down in the barracks. He said, "What you got tonight?" I said, "Nothing much, everything's fine over here." He said, "That ain't gonna work right. The blues needs trouble, needs a cold empty bed, needs a man with nowhere to go." I said, "I got Tammy, I got a son, I got prayer." He said, "Well, that don't put on a show." He said, "The blues don't care if your woman loves you, don't care if the house is warm. It's gonna walk up to a happy man's door and demand he summon a storm." I said, "So you're telling me I gotta lie?" He said, "Son, that's the price of admission." I said, "That seems deeply unfair." He smiled, "Welcome to the blues tradition." That's the price of the blues. You gotta pay it in pain. If you ain't got a woman walking out, you gotta write one in the rain. The blues don't care if you're happy, it'll make you say things you don't mean. So I told the Delta what it wanted, just to get my card stamped clean. Here's what it demanded. The Tangdushan Blues. Well, I got those old Tangdushan blues. Lord, I think I'm wearing the wrong size shoes. Well, I got those old Tangdushan blues. Think I'm wearing the wrong size shoes. My woman left me last night after a terrible fight. Oh, my woman, my woman. My woman left me last night after a terrible fight. I'm gonna take a look around downtown. I'm gonna find me a brand new woman. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Gonna find me a nice little chick, and my new chick, she's gonna flip my bick. Now my buddy set his guitar down. He said, "Earl, that was real sad. How long she been gone?" I said, "She's in California, she's fine." He blinked. "What do you mean, she's fine?" I said, "She's writing senators on my behalf." He stared. "Then how did you write that?" I said, "Son, the blues is a liar, and a great one." He sat there thinking on that. Finally he said, "Teach me." The blues don't care if you're happy, don't care if the house is warm, don't care if your woman's fighting Washington is gonna call up a storm. It'll dress you in a story, put a heartbreak in your hand, make you write about leaving a good woman, just so the Delta understands. That's the price of the blues. You gotta pay it in pain. If you ain't got a woman walking out, you gotta write one in the rain. The blues don't care if you're happy, it'll make you say things you don't mean. So I told the Delta what it demanded, just to get my card stamped clean. Now I'm back home in Minneapolis. Tammy's sitting right there at the table. Everything I wrote that night was fiction, as true as Aesop's fables. The blues took what it needed, made me sing what I didn't feel. But the fact that I could write it means the music was real. That's what the blues does, son. Makes you tell a truth through a lie.
Okay, so Dad, we got it. Yeah, we got it. That's a great song. I'm going to put in the show notes how we created that. It was a combination of Suno AI tools, which really just burn things, synthesized. Dad, some of his own riffs in his guitar, and then synthesized. And I have certain custom-made GPT engines that helped us along the way. 3 or 4 engines total to create that. But that was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
It was great. Yeah.
Yeah. You never really got a chance to like take your music on the road, did you? Because you were busy with family and.
The only time I did it was when I was overseas, and sometimes there'd be venues in Germany. It was like beer fests or town fest, and you'd have live bands, and I'd play up there. Sometimes just on when the band took a break, and
Okay. You were the break guy.
kind of the break guy, you know. Yeah, I don't know. It just happened like that, and Korea was the same way. We played off the Serviceman Center once in a while, and they'd have a like an open mic evening. And for different gatherings, the battalion would have stuff like that. So, yeah, did I have time to take on the road? Or no. I get my songs from, I guess, working and living life.
Yeah. What was that period? I mean, what were you thinking when you wrote it? And I know, you were away from us, so how did you feel about that? I know last time we pre-recorded this and then I lost it, so we're recording it again, but we're talking about how the first couple of days were a little hard for you.
Yeah, they were, and I didn't realize it until I got there. You feel that instant loneliness. We're a pretty close family, always around. We were working, basically working, doing the day, coming home, going to bed, getting up the next day. That was gone. And yeah, it took a couple days, to kind of calm down. Good thing I had my guitar with me. I could run through some of those old Neil Diamond songs that I played a lot.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind the most is Crackling Rose Get On with Stephanie.
Yeah,
like that song.
Yeah, Crackling Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still loves that song to this day.
Yeah, her baseline memory.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But think about doing a version for her at some point.
Well, she already requested it, actually.
Oh, well then it's in order.
Yeah.
I'm happy to do that. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Maybe she can even give some input if she's open to it.
Yeah, I'm sure she would be. She's just one of those personalities. It's just finding the time. Everybody's busy all the time, and
she might make time for that. I mean, Stephanie has the kind of person.
Well,
she can hear things. Like she knows what's going to hit and what's not. I think, in my opinion, but I don't want to speak for her because I'll get in trouble.
she wanted to use that song in her podcast work coming up as like introduction.
Yeah.
If you really knew Steffi, I could see how that could fit because she just loves it.
Yeah. We'll have to work on
that is the one song she always, when she was little, she wanted me to play it.
Yeah.
Because it had her name in it. Kind of cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Kate really responded to Neil Diamond too.
Yeah, we're riding, went to the grocery store or something. Everybody's packed in the car and had the radio on, and a Neil Diamond song came on the radio that I played a lot, and that's where Katie first heard it, and it stuck with her because from the back seat she yelled up there and said, "Hey, that guy's playing my dad's song." God bless her soul. Yeah.
Credit to Neil Diamond though. We don't want to get in trouble. That's his song. She just didn't know any better.
Yeah.
How old was she?
Probably 4.
Okay, yeah. Did we have mellow yellow back then?
Yeah, we did.
Well, what kind of car was mellow yellow?
It was a Delta 88 Royal. Really nice car. Yeah.
That's the Oldsmobile, right?
Yeah, Oldsmobile.
It's yellow, mellow yellow, yeah.
2-door, but it was a full size car, and it kind of fit. That
You can put the whole gaggle in there.
yeah,
all four
big
kids,
trunk,
and, yeah.
for groceries and.
When the kids get in trouble, put them in the trunk. Just kidding, they never did that. They probably thought about it.
Well, yeah, always, especially when we take long trips, coming home on leave or something, or changing, army stations.
Yeah.
It could turn into 2-3 days coming back. Because the kids were little, we'd stay in a motel, break up the trip. 8 hours for kids that age sitting in their cars.
A lot
For them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody wore seatbelts in those days. You didn't have car seats.
We didn't have car seats?
No.
Oh boy. How that was just normal? Okay. That must have been really hard for her to have all of us and then you away.
Well, I take that back. We didn't have the car seats. We did have seat belts because she'd always sing that song when the kids got in the car. Mm-hmm. Buckle up for safety. Buckle up.
Did she? I don't remember that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mom always the protector.
Then you hear the clicks. Click. I can't get mine. Katie's got my other end.
Yeah. So how long? I mean, how much? I'm just wondering. Like, that had to have been a real hardship on the two of you being separated. So I call my mom Tammy and some of my satire because I have my own stuff and I want to protect her. And Dad, I call you Earl and some stuff. But on this show, we can, I'm just explaining to the audience why I do that. But there's periods of time where like Mom was home with us.
Yeah,
and you were overseas.
Periods.
Yeah, that must have been really hard on both of you for different reasons.
Yeah. Boy, I wish I could just jump into this with all the stuff that, floated around that. Korea was my first station overseas. Mm-hmm. And a whole new experience. The thing about Korea was, and where we were located, the job I had in operations required a 7-day work week.
Oh.
It just was the way it was. Mm-hmm. I thought we had 1,000 troops in that tank battalion, and everything that happened within that organization came through the S3 shop. And it was exciting, but it took a lot of monitoring and staying on top of it. So Saturdays and Sundays, for sure, a couple of us would be in that operations center, seeing what's happening, and then planning for the next week, what's going to hit Monday morning. Mm-hmm. We had to publish training schedules. That was a good time. Nobody was bothering us. We could mimeograph them off in these old mimeograph machines that just had a crank. They weren't even electric. And typewriters that weren't electric, they're the old ones you learned on way back in the day. It just required, to do the job well, it required a lot of maintenance, hands-on, being in the moment, 24/7. That was the part of the S3 shop that was different than the rest of the battalion because they had their, weekends off for the most part, unless they had guard duty or something weird, But we didn't have to do guard duty. We didn't have to make PT formations. We didn't have to go along with some of the headquarters company activities because we were critical to that building and everything that went with it. So, but it was enjoyable. So, I don't know. Yeah, I worked in operations for 6 years, different levels, different locations.
How did you and Mom communicate during that time?
Letters.
Oh wow, the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, she had, that's why her hat turned like this looking in the mailbox,
Yeah. She must have been a really good letter writer because she can do calligraphy.
Yeah, well, beautiful.
Yeah, you can't tell the difference between that and like ancient times. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but
seriously.
she was really good about writing back. I was really good at writing letters. Yeah, because I knew for one thing, she really, sucked them in when she got it. She had pleasure just opening the thing or just.
Well, she has a little bit of the word,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was the same way if you're a soldier over there to get a letter from home, it was like a bonus. That's how we stay in communication. And we had a midterm leave during that period. I came home for 30 days and then kind of caught up on everything.
I can understand that. When Javi and I first met that first 30 days, we wrote letters every day to each other. And there's something about the letter writing process that really is significant because you can't really respond right away. You have to think about what the other person is saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a big break between that and an email.
Yeah.
Or a text. Or I'm not knocking either one of them because it's really a convenient way to communicate and communicate fast. Those letters from there took 7 days to get over to
Wow.
the United States. So when I was in the field on a 30-day field problem, we would only be able to get out one mailing a week. One of the jeeps that come around to collect mail, and then you take it down to division and mail it. So the letter writing was a little scarce during that time, but
Okay.
you pick back up on them when you get back. Sit down for an hour, write a letter about anything, about the color of the gravy in the mess hall. Can
Sure.
be funny. If you do it right. And yeah.
So this song, when I hear it, at first I'm like, oh, God, he's going to get in trouble for this. But then I'm like, oh no, let's do more. I'm like, I think he's teaching somebody about the blues. Is that what's happening?
I think it is.
Or how to write the blues? It's not really about like how you felt about mom or...
No.
Okay.
It's how you do the blues. And the blues are beautiful. And
They are.
I love some of those blues singers.
Like who?
Oh, come on. Put me on the spot.
We'll give him a break.
What's her face?
That's helpful, Dad. Everybody's going to know who that is. Put in the comments below if you guys have any guesses. If you get it right, we'll send you something.
Yeah,
that's funny.
We'll send you something.
Yeah, you're a really great lyric writer, and I know you talked a lot about like always writing fragments down and kind of keeping them, and now we have the ability to kind of put all those old fragments together, right?
Yeah, at times that's how it starts. You wake up or something hits your brain during the day. You scramble to find a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil to write it down because you're going to forget it. Happened to me numerous times, learned the hard way. And then when you get back, you can work on that, and then eventually a little poetry maybe is out of it.
Penny likes poetry.
Yeah,
she's got an ear for it, so I hear anyway. If I'm wrong, don't blame me.
yeah. Then you try different chords and rhythms and a package together. Sometimes some of my friends that play guitar were good at that kind of stuff and help out, and kind of taught me in a way how to rock it. And
becoming a musician in your own right.
Well,
in a way.
I played the trombone in high school.
Oh, were you any good?
I wasn't too bad. I don't.
We'll take that as a no. But it probably taught you some like base things, right?
The thing is, I did sports, so when the band always had to play at the sport events, I was playing sports.
Okay.
It was like a way to go to lunch early every day because our band rehearsals were right before lunch, and the lunchroom was right next to the mess hall thing in high school, the lunchroom, and we'd always be first in line. So, little things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I wanted to play trumpet when I went in with my mom to pick an instrument. But the band director told me my lips were too big. So I said, well, that means I got rhythm automatically, right? And anyway, he was kind of a mean guy. What he was trying to do is everybody wanted to play drums or trumpet or an instrument like that. and he needed trombone players, and he was a trombone player first in his career.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I played trombone, kind of last chair with another guy, and that went on for a few years until I finally got kicked out of the band.
You probably study some basics about chords and, you know.
Well, no, it did. It gave you some musical base.
Yeah.
You know.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. You know.
So I heard a rumor.
Go ahead.
I heard Mom was the prettiest lady or woman in high school.
Well, I think she was. Well, I know she was, but she'd never say that.
Well, I like to think that, you know, my good looks come from her.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Seriously, I remember as a teenager, like, even though I was quiet, like, oh, it's gonna sound terrible, but I always thought she was the prettiest mom, so I liked, for that part, I like hanging out with her in public.
Yeah.
It was like showing off a little
Yeah,
bit.
right. Is
Even though that's wrong, I know. I can see her eyes rolling right now.
She don't like it. She don't like that kind of attention. You know,
Yeah,
she
that's
sees
humble.
herself. She sees herself differently in the mirror than
Everybody
like
else.
we do.
Yeah.
You know, and
So
so
true.
I mean, if I was
We all
her,
do
I just go with it. You know, the compliment, I guess, and yeah.
Now, in the song, you sing about Tammy with my Mary Melody, whatever, writing a letter to the Senators. What was that about?
Well, when I got orders for Korea, we were living out in California, Fort Ord, in a town called Monterey, right next to Carmel, where the Mercedes.
Where I was born, right?
Right.
Fort Ord, yeah.
Yeah, right next to the Carmel Mercedes crowd, and we're a young family.
Mm-hmm.
We had Jessica, and then she was pregnant with you
Mom
at the
was
time.
pregnant,
I got the orders. You get them about 3 months out, so you can prepare. And then you were born, and
Right on the ocean. Fort
right
Ord.
on the ocean. Yeah,
First son in long,
yeah,
many
kind of a
generations.
surfer guy, you know.
Mhm.
And she took over the orders, and she goes, you know, like where, what, when, you know, those kind of questions.
Oh, I'm sure
And
threw
then-
her for a complete loop.
And then I'm sure what was going through her mind, now what, you know?
Yeah, right.
And I said, well, I
Don't blame
can't
her.
take you with me because it's in a zone where they can't get you out if something happens.
Oh, boy.
If I was stationed down in Seoul or one of those southern cities, you can take your wife, you can take your car, you can become
Oh, man.
sponsored, you can do everything. She would have loved it over there in that environment because of all the artistic work that's done there.
That must have been terrifying for her.
Oh,
right?
sure it was, but she
It
didn't
would have been
show
like abandonment a little
She-
bit,
she
even though it
didn't
wasn't
show
her
it.
intention.
No, you know, she just held it in. And life went on, you know, and we prepared
Well, she had to be strong, right? For the family.
and
That
for
was her
herself, I
purpose.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to put a new radiator in the car to make the.
The old Mellow Yellow?
No, we had a Ford LTD.
Before Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, Ford LEO. But it had a leak in the radiator, so
Oh,
we had to just like,
Baby it.
yeah, carry water with you.
I can just see it.
I lived pretty close to posts, so it wasn't like I could walk if I had to. So
Yeah.
it wasn't that. And back in them days, you only had one car. You know, having two
Yeah.
cars was like a
Luxury.
Yeah, big time. So anyway, she got to thinking about it, and she decided that she was going to write the President of the United States.
Good for her. I mean, that's
And,
some balls, you know?
Stand her,
Proud of her.
Case.
Tell her truth. Yeah.
And just tell it like it is. And that she didn't think it was fair, and we're a young family.
It
and
wasn't fair.
We're just getting settled, and you know, you're sending my husband out to the war zone. You know, and
I think she absolutely did the right thing,
Just
even if it didn't, you know,
I
make
know
a
she
change.
did it, and she mailed it.
Mm-hmm.
And there I am, sitting in battalion headquarters one day, and she got a response back. I couldn't wait to get home and see what they
Who was the
said.
president?
Jimmy Carter at
Okay.
the time. Jimmy Carter. And man, you know, I walked in our apartment, and looked at the letter, and it was written return letter explaining why I had to go, and then it's just part of it, and some other details.
Okay.
It wasn't like suck it up and drive on type letter. It was
They respected. They at least respected her enough to give her the rationale.
yeah, it was formal.
Yeah.
You know? And I don't think it was back in them days. It was auto pen. It was just. I'm sure that wasn't the first letter that they ever got. Anyway, she lost her first case doing that. I still went, and they came back to Minnesota while I was over there and stayed. And
They meaning us?
Huh?
Us? You mean when you say they? You mean us?
Yeah,
Kids and Mom?
yeah. We took y'all back. Went across the desert with that new radiator. And went past all the cars that had air conditioning. We didn't have air conditioning because
We had air conditioning. You guys always called it the window.
yeah. But the thing was, cars were pulled over because they were overheating, and they were all newer cars that were loaded with stuff, and we didn't have that. We had a U-Haul trailer on the back, and our LTD just
Turn along.
flew right through the the desert lands and spaces and mountains, and yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Okay. We got anything else to say? I know we're running out of time, but
No, not about that. That's about it. That's how we, got on our way to Korea in that experience.
well, thanks for sharing that story. I think that it's a beautiful song. It's going to be, it'll show up on all your major streaming platforms at some point. It'll be in the show notes. And yeah, I don't have much to say either. Just clearly glad we get to have this new dynamic and talk about these things in a more dimensional way, go deeper into the history, really dig out what was in your heart at the time, because it helps me understand you better. If I understand you better, I understand myself better.
Yeah, I get that.
Turns out I'm from you too, not just Mom.
Who do you think you got more of me in you? Your mom.
I think I don't know. I think it's 50-50.
Oh, that's a safe answer.
Yeah, I really do. Honestly, it's pretty balanced.
Yeah. It's true. So.
Thank you, audience. We so appreciate you.
From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Raise your voice and pass the key. Our song lives in you and me. Grandma brought the harmony, Grandpa brought the tune. One side forged the iron bright, one worked beneath the moon. One knew fire, one knew stone, one learned strength when standing alone. Now the old songs call us near, every generation's here. Strike the iron, lift the light, sing together through the night. From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Fire above, coal below, love keeps teaching us to grow. Turn the key, don't fear the flame. Every heart can heal the same. From the forge to the mine, every story finds its time. Uppsala still hums the tune, Pennsylvania joins in soon. Sunday harmonies fill the air, every voice has something to share. Not just history on a shelf, every verse rewrites itself. Pull a chair and sing along, you belong inside the song. Shalom! Peace to those who've come before, peace to those who come once more. May our stories carry truth, may our laughter carry grace, may love always leave a place. From the forge to the mine, every story the key. Leave a lighter legacy. The ancestors sang before us, now it's our turn. Let the dove land where it may. Wait, don't roll the credits yet. Ladies and gentlemen, one final announcement from the Kingdom Theater. If you've been decoding every symbol, every silence, every joke, remember, not every silence is a puzzle. Some silences are invitations. Looking for the director's commentary. The Dove Protocol continues after the credits. Some stories are sung, some are discussed, some are simply lived. Before you laugh at another family story, remember your own table. The Kingdom audit begins at home. Be kind to the ushers, be kind to the builders, be kind to one another. The lights stay on, the coffee is warm, the builder is still building. The story continues. One more thing. The director's commentary remains open. Until next time.